In Parshat Vayeshev, we can see that Yaakov has a vulnerability to adore his first child of Rachel, Yosef, more than any of his 12 sons. We see this explicitly when Yosef received a precious multicolored coat from Yaakov. Yosef has a dream where he is represented as a bundle of wheat in the center with 11 bundles surrounding his, and they all bow down to his bundle. Yosef has a repeating dream, just instead of wheat, it was stars. Yosef, being a loving brother, told over his dreams to his brothers, which ended in the tragedy of Yosef being dropped into a pit and his brothers faking his death by dipping his coat into sheep's blood and showing it to Yaakov. One question to ponder is, what about the second dream caused the brothers to become jealous of Yosef? Was the first dream all that different? In addition, another question is, why did Yosef tell the dreams over to his brothers? If Yosef knew that these dreams would come true, did he have to rub it in their face? Furthermore, if we look through all of Tanakh, do the leaders and prophets of Bnei Israel not represent the notion of being humble? What was Yosef thinking? So to answer the first question, comes along Rabbi Avraham ben Arambam, who says, when the brothers heard the first dream of Yosef, they understood it as Yosef's ambition and his desires to dominate his brothers. They rebuked Yosef for this. They accused him of wishing to rule over them. They hated him for this desire. However, they believed that the dream was only an expression of Yosef's fantasies. They did not believe that the dream was a prophetic or a sign of the future. Therefore, they had no reason to actually feel jealousy towards Yosef. However, the second dream caused a different reaction from the brothers. Jealousy. Jealousy implies an actual fear. The brothers suspected that the second dream signified more than a fantasy. They detected some element of truth in it. Their hatred was now accompanied by jealousy. Our pasuk tells us that Yaakov studied Yosef's dreams, which indicates that Yaakov also suspected that the second dream was prophetic and not just a fantasy. In addition, the Torah implies that even Yosef distinguished between the two dreams. When Yosef retold both dreams, the Torah uses different verbs for the two instances. In Yosef's retelling of the first dream, the Torah uses the verb vayayed. This term means to tell or impart information. It does not indicate that the speaker has any particular expectation from the audience. In the second instance, the Torah uses the verb vayesaper. This term also means to tell. However, it is used in the Torah in a completely different manner. It indicates that the speaker expects the audience to carefully consider the material. So now to answer the second question, comes along Rabbi Weiser, who says that Yosef did not understand it as a regular dream. Rather, he saw it as a dream of Nevuah. Since Yosef saw it as a clear dream of Nevuah and not just a dream, and according to the halacha expression of HaKovesh Nevuah so, if one holds back Nevuah, that person is obligated in death. Chayiv mito. So therefore, Yosef had to tell the dream. But did he know the consequences of telling over the dream? He felt that God had a game plan. However, this is not an excuse. Yosef should have been more careful of his actions. In addition, one can argue that his judgment was blinded by his love for himself, and that is something we all do often because we do not have self-esteem and confidence in ourselves. It is a tough line to draw in the sand between self-esteem and arrogance. And did Yosef draw this line correctly? Well, that depends on how you look at the story. In all, Yosef's intent was revealing that this was the way of Hashem and not him. In conclusion, I believe that there's an underlying meaning that can teach every member of Bnei Israel a great lesson. That is, everyone makes mistakes and falls off the path at some point, because nobody is perfect. We can see this even with great tzaddikim, who have messed up badly at certain junctions. We can all learn that at specific moments, it is proper to have self-esteem, be confident in yourself, and most important is to love yourself. Furthermore, from this story we can learn that jealousy just tears everyone apart, and there is no winner in the end. Thus in all, we should be happy for one another, and that is what will make Am Yisrael strong again.